Hello my dudes, welcome back to another update video. Last month I put out an update video on like the whole new series, which by the way, from this point forward we're going to refer to that as Minecraft OP Realm, or I guess just OP Realm, because we all know what amazing block game this is going to take place in, but anyways, yeah, that's what we're going to call it now. That's actually the name of the world I've had. This is actually the third Survival with Cheats world I've had. The first one I filmed in a little bit. That was in this video on screen right now. I don't know it off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna let future me figure that one out. But anyways, yeah, so I've made a pretty great deal of progress in the world. I think we're almost ready to put out that first episode, so yeah, that could be right around the corner. We'll have a world tour in a little bit. But first, I kind of just want to explain, like, what the heck happened with the last video. The Field of Golden Grass Birchlands video, if you saw that. Or it depends on which version you saw. So, basically what happened was, I don't know whether anybody read the description, but I'm going to say it here too. Basically, I accidentally uploaded a corrupted file. It was saved in 800 plus FPS, at least when I went and viewed the properties of it, and it was not in 800 FPS. It was in like not even 1 frame a second. It got stuck. There were like a whole bunch. The audio in the video was perfectly fine, but the video itself was completely screwed up. We had like a mishmash of just random frames. I think like the outro, one of the frames in the outro covered like most of that video, but that video has since been deleted. I re-uploaded it, sort of. I uploaded a fixed version. I don't know what the heck happened there. It didn't show up that way when I previewed it in Vegas, so I'm guessing it was like a rendering error. But even while the video was rendering too, it previewed perfectly fine. I have no idea what's up with that, but yeah, that's all taken care of now. The art segment at the end of that video with Victoria's art, I guess that like sorta corrupted the file. I don't know how. I didn't do any crazy edits there. It really lagged Vegas though, just having, I guess, that many different things on the screen at the same time. It really made Vegas like go from like 30 FPS all the way to like 1, or barely 1, not even. Basically, that whole section screwed up the whole file, I guess, the whole project. I tried rendering that section alone on its own, so that's how I was kind of able to figure this out, really. I figured out, like, at first it was causing Vegas to crash before it would even render a file, so yeah, I just get the amazing Vegas Pro has stopped working error, because that's just amazing while rendering. I literally left the thing rendering through the night, and I woke up, instead of a perfectly rendered video, I had that in my face. So yeah, that was just amazing. I then decided to take the video and render it in different parts. So we had the art segment individual, and then just about everything else. And then I made a third project file, basically, or a second one, sorry, where I took both parts, and then I combined them, essentially. I just put one after the other, and that didn't render for some reason. Basically, the solution I have now, it should look perfectly fine now in that last file I uploaded. But basically what I did is I just took a third project file, put a purple screen behind it, and then put the 6 art pieces on top of it. And then I rendered that file, plunked it into the original VEG file, and then chroma keyed it out, and then rendered it, and it rendered fine. So there you go. If you're having problems with this, that might be a possible solution for you, but usually like dividing it up into parts also renders it just fine. But yeah, it's been kind of a fear. It's been giving me anxiety that like it would fail trying to render like a main channel video, because on my third channel, Opaque Toonlip 6428, we have a whole bunch of videos there that require lots of effects, or not really, just not even, but it definitely causes Vegas to lag a whole lot more than rendering any of these. So yeah, those videos have been crashing Vegas a lot, and many renders have failed. There are some videos that just don't work. I don't know why, but I've literally had to cancel some videos, and I really didn't want to do that here because this is like the main channel where I do like all my big projects and stuff. despite these being only in 1080p, 30 FPS. The videos over there are usually like 4K, which are crazy. Go check it out if you like music. Yeah, so that was quite interesting, but anyways, yeah, thank you so much for listening to this segment. Now we'll get on to the more interesting segment of this video, which will be the world tour, and then I'll talk maybe some more, I guess, but... Alright, so before we begin this segment, I highly recommend you watch the previous update video, because I'm not going to be going over this area around me, despite it looking a little bit different. We have a teleport station over there, but it's mostly the same. I'm very curious, actually. I'm going to look at the other video we made, and I'm going to see just how much this area has changed, really. I think, like, this area over here was a lot hillier, and the path definitely didn't go straight, either, so... Yeah, over here, when I first made the world was, at least over here, it wasn't nearly as flat as it is now. I got, like, multiple chests worth of dirt from just terraforming this right here. It's getting dark, so we gotta go to sleep. So mainly what I've been doing in this world, all this time, is really just farming the crops and expanding, really. It's a lot bigger than, what it used to be. When we first started this world, it was literally just this and then another dimension I had. That is not the case anymore. We still have 2 dimensions, but I decided to expand way off in this direction. That's because in this direction is the ocean. It's a little bit of a trail through the woods, but there's some pretty interesting stuff over there. Yeah, so over here we have another sheep pen. This one's actually, this one came before the one by the base, believe it or not. And then over here, we have a whole bunch of storage areas, a whole bunch of storage buildings. Basically, you go in here, and this is what we got right here. And it shouldn't cause much lag, because we're using barrels, which are actually blocks, not block entities. But, yeah, a little dark in here in some areas. I should probably polish these things up. But other than that, yeah, very nice for storage. I'm actually currently only using one of these. I believe it is this one. Let's see. No, it's not. Alright, it's this one right over here, then. So I've been storing some items in here. A lot of this dirt comes from the overworld itself. But yeah, as you can see, we're starting to fill this up. But if you climb the ladder here, you can see that we won't be filling this entire place up anytime soon. So yeah, these buildings are really meant to last a long time in terms of storage. I've never actually climbed this ladder before. But yeah, this is what it looks like at the very top, I guess. Now down over here we have another building. There are a couple of these buildings around the place too. And these are basically mines. They go down very deep into the world. Conveniently put water there, so you can just jump right on down. I need to fix this hole too, because I was using a crazy fast pickaxe over here to grab some stone. And yeah, I accidentally broke part of the iron over here. Very nice, I guess. But yeah, we'll get that fixed in no time, probably. Then over here we have a path right over here. I said over here twice, that's just amazing. I'm not really sure what to do with this area just yet. Maybe you can leave me some ideas down below in the comments if you feel like it, but I never finished the path over here. But I kind of want to stretch the path and have it go like all the way over to that island right over there. And then maybe we'll build a little building over there. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we have a little bit of an ocean path here. In the other direction over there, there's actually another path. It's very far in that direction, but it does eventually connect up with this one. But I kind of wanted to stretch this path like all the way down the beach there, basically, just for convenience. And also, it's the ocean, why not? And speaking of the ocean, I actually built a couple cities, or not really built, I just really loaded in a whole bunch of stuff with structure blocks. In this world, we are really abusing structure blocks a whole lot. We're really pushing them to their maximum. So yeah, basically, these are custom cities over here. And how I distinguish between just about every single structure I've made is we basically have a numbering system. So this zone we're in, basically, this area, I marked up as Zone 1. So the first number in the system will be 1. And then the first city, for example, I create, that'll also be labeled as 1. And we'll basically just go in order of creation, really. So the 56th city I create in Zone 1 will be labeled City 151. Or 56, sorry. But yeah, you get the idea, hopefully. If you need clarification, I'll probably take care of that in a future video. But yeah, I kind of was inspired by, like, the leveling system from Super Mario Brothers, like the classic version on the NES. So yeah, made that system a couple years ago. Here we have villagers. How you fellas doing on this fine noon, actually? Okay, fine afternoon. How you guys doing? I'm sure you're doing great, just working away in there. You have your iron golems here to protect you. I'm sure life is amazing. The only problem is you cannot leave. tip for everybody watching this video, always make sure you fence off your villages, because if not, you will have your villagers running all over creation. They'll be losing their jobs. They're actually already losing their jobs in that city and this city over here. So yeah, I built a little bit of things by the ocean. And originally I actually used to take the cities and build them on land, but this time I decided to build them over the ocean because I think it's just easier. Because if you build them on land, not only are you gonna like destroy the land actually, because it'll be terraformed absolutely horribly, unless you're doing it on like a flat surface. I just decided to do it over the ocean because that's easier. But yeah, you also have problems with trees, because like the leaves will try to grow on like the wood areas of it too, and that's kind of annoying to remove. Unless you don't build your buildings out of wood, but yeah, if a single flame reaches any of these places, it's done. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I guess that's another perk of being built over a large body of water, but still. Yeah, this is the next one. I believe this is 1-2. And in every city, we actually have a teleporter, and actually every stronghold, too. Watch the previous video if you don't understand that. Because this is it. You can beam yourself all around here. We have a couple options here. I'm probably just going to walk around for the most part, though. Because I'm sure you guys want to see everything. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of cutting, too, in editing. On land here, we mainly use it for farms and stuff. Really trying to, like, grow more carrots here. We have almost 0 beetroot in this world, but wheat is so far the most common crop. Been using it mainly to breed the animals. This peninsula here, I actually don't think I've ever seen like a peninsula that's plains like this big. Because this peninsula extends way the heck down there, and look at this. This is just absolutely incredible. Might even use this for the thumbnail. Let me know well, I probably will know, but yeah, we might use the ocean here as a thumbnail, because like we're going to be hanging around the ocean a whole lot, but I really like this landform here, really. Right over here we have a dock. Probably going to expand this area like out into the ocean. There are a couple of survival islands out there. And if you didn't know, the sea level in this world, instead of 63, it's actually 65. So, yeah, so more islandy terrain. We actually have an entire forest that's flooded, or at least a big chunk. I'll show that probably towards the end of this tour. Way the heck over there, that is actually the 3rd custom city we've got. We'll head on over there right now. And also, on the way over there, I don't know what the heck is the deal with all this, like I don't know, the grass being all ripped up and having the stone be visible here. That's probably a bug. Or not. I mean, it seems to occur in like, yeah, it seems to be only in 1 chunk, really, I guess. Or 2 chunks. But yeah, I'm not really sure if that's a bug or that's intended, but I don't really like it. I've already filled in a couple patches. But yeah, over here, this is the 3rd custom city in this zone. We actually do have a 2nd one that I might show if I have time. It'll remind you of the very first days of my channel. But yeah, this is the 3rd custom city. Nothing much really to see here. I kind of want to do more variants. Like, I know they're all oak wood. Believe me, I hate that too. And I'm going to probably make more variants, like spruce wood, birch wood, dark oak wood, all the woods. I've already begun work on like a crimson city. And we're probably gonna, and once we run out of wood, we'll probably do other things for creativity, I guess. Now, in the previous OP rounds, we actually didn't incorporate the custom cities nearly as much as we incorporate the stronghold. So really, my goal for this is like use the city as much as the stronghold. We've got some storage areas over there and smelting areas too. I actually believe I left something smelting in there. Hold on. Let me go check. Yeah, checking the blast furnaces, we have some iron ingots here. Yeah, and basically this path right here going by the city will take you right straight back to the base, or the main base in this world. We're gonna head out very far in that direction. We're not gonna do it on foot for time's sake. But there is a path connecting it. Here's a screenshot of said path from MCA Selector. I use that as like a mapping, like for maps, like a big mapping tool, I guess. Sometimes I use it to erase chunks. I've only done that like a couple times, though. Anyways, then here we have this teleportation building. This is actually relatively new, and I really like how I built this. I really like how I depthed it out, really. It's a lot more depth than that building, way the heck over there. But that one took time to make, to be fair, so... Yeah, so if we click here, we can go to 3 places. We can go to 2 custom strongholds and the other base in the other zone. And from the other base in the other zone, we can actually warp here to this little outpost I have. It's not the main post. The main post is way in that direction. This outpost is also relatively new. And I also kind of wanted to base it off of, like... Well, actually, it's vice versa. I based the teleporter building off of this right here. So, yeah, this is a little older, but not really too much. Only like a day or 2, I think, I saved this, I guess. Again, nothing I did here is built by hand, or really barely anything. Like, really the only thing I do by hand that changes blocks is, like, terraforming, and that's it. But I really hope to change that in this series, or the future series. But yeah, this over here is our little outpost. As you can see, I really like how I did the windows here. Might incorporate that into, like, the next version of the main post. But yeah, I wanted to set this outpost up here, because there really isn't much of anything around here just yet, and I kind of wanted to set some stuff up over here. Because why not? This is a world, it's a pretty big world, it's gonna be a pretty big world, and why not use it? Am I right, fellas? Anyways, if you follow the path down here, this is actually going back in the direction of the main post. Or the main headquarters, I guess. Or it's not really a headquarters, I guess it's really just a quarters, because I have another building that looks identical to it in another dimension. But yeah, right over here, you have that little burning structure over here. This over here is Custom Stronghold 1.3, and I actually took a whole bunch of files from my old world that was in 1.17. I didn't want to take ones from, like, the 1.20 world, because I feared that, like, that would probably corrupt the, this world right here, and we definitely don't want that. That's how I lost my first OP realm, through corruption, but yeah, this is it right here. These files, some of them, not this room right here, actually. This I actually did with the fill command. But yeah, so some of these files, like the file for this storage room right over here, that was all from the original OP realm. So I brought that on over. Over here we actually have some farming areas, because I've really, as I said earlier, I really want to, like, expand my crops more. We have some wheat growing here. Probably have some more farming being done in these strongholds. Again, I really like these a whole lot. I've had these strongholds for years, but I don't think I've ever really showed them on YouTube. And that's kind of what I want to accomplish in this series. Anyways, down this hallway right here, we have yet even more farming areas. And as you notice, this place is made out of nether brick instead of blackstone, because I really wanted to, like, diversify all the blocks. We're gonna have, like, probably a lot of different stronghold variants in the future. Not too many right now. Some stronghold variants I have not yet created, ever, are ones completely made out of red sandstone, prismarine, and that's all I can think of off the top of my small little head. And as always, we have our beautiful teleport room in here. I actually for some reason, I didn't have a teleport room for nether brick, so that's why this just randomly turns to blackstone. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of talking, but we still have another area to go over. This right here, we have a second zone. We're gonna click here, this will take us to the second stronghold in that second zone. Yes, instead of being the nether, because I said we'd expand to that in, like, our own dedicated episode. I kind of wanted to get that on YouTube, but not everything I do in this world, unlike the Birchlands, really. Everything I do in this world, not all of it, really, will be put on YouTube. I won't record most of it. Might do a screenshot or two if I feel like it, but I estimate maybe like 10% of what I do in this world will actually be uploaded to YouTube. Yeah, this is a super flat world, and if you're an OG on the channel, and by that I mean like you were the first person to subscribe, you will know that I actually had a super flat survival world, where basically it's all made, the layers in this super flat world are all made up of ores, except for the grass and the stone beneath. But the further you go, the further deep you go, the more valuable ores you'll find. So towards the bottom we actually have, I think either obsidian or emeralds, or both. I'm not really sure whether I did emeralds or not, because emeralds are pretty easy to obtain through villager trading. But yeah, we have some farms set up here too. This is incredibly flat, so we'll probably be building like massive structures here if we feel like it, if we're up to it. That's kind of what super flat worlds are for, actually. Going down here, we have another storage building. This one is actually loaded far before the ones in the main overworld. We have another mine here. This actually goes down to the iron layer. As you can see, it's just nothing but iron ore. And it's kind of how it is going all the way down. And yeah, past me said they made this world to be relaxing, or at least this type of world. Yeah, I remember those days, but we're really coming back. It's really coming full circle here, if that's the correct term. I'm not really a word expert, so correct me if I'm wrong. We're really going back to the beginning here for this channel. We have the OG world type here that I put together. That's the very first video on the channel where I show off that world type. And hey, maybe I'll actually get to provide it to you guys, because in that video I remember saying I'm gonna provide others with it. So yeah, maybe I will. If I feel like it, if I feel up to it. And obviously, if I don't feel it, there's probably another genius out there. Yeah, there's probably a lot of other good people out there who know this preset. They're experts on it. They can send you a data pack, but, yeah! Over here we have a cow farm. I'll admit I kind of abandoned this one. This is a custom Stronghold 2-1, because it's in Zone 2, and it's the first Stronghold created there. So, yeah, there you go. It might take a little bit to, grasp, I guess, to remember. I know I suck at handling numbers. Probably going to be building several more of these, but if you flip into Spectator here, you will see that there are absolutely no caves, except for ones I made, if you count, like, the railway system over there. Which, by the way, I actually haven't been in that section of the Stronghold in a very long time, but basically over there, we've got some farming area. I don't really use that area because it's actually not loaded, and therefore the crops won't actually grow. Anyways, right over here we have a mine. Basically, you mine the blocks inside, you click the button, and it regenerates them. So yeah, not bad. As I said in the previous update video, it's kind of based off of like the mines in your average generic OP prison game, I guess. And even to this day, as I said in the last video, I'm still pondering why I enjoyed playing that. Because it's the stupidest gameplay loop ever, and most of the time it's extremely pay to win, especially around kids. There's actually been a movement lately in the Minecraft community to end pay to win, so strongly suggest you check that out once you're done watching this video. I know I'm definitely in favor of that. Pay to win is an absolute disease, and we need to cure it. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish this path here, because for some reason I did not make a path going to this building right here. But very, very nice world. Hopefully we'll expand to it, and in the first episode, which will probably be soon in this lovely OP realm, we are actually pretty OP. Illegally OP, in fact. We have unbreakable hose, we have unbreakable weapons, we have unbreakable armor, we have totems just at our disposal for no reason, literally. And, yeah. Hopefully this will be quite fun. I know I'll definitely enjoy playing it. And yes, compared to other YouTubers, yeah, it's probably quite stupid, but I think that's what makes it so funny. You'd think as a Minecraft YouTuber, I'd be sweating over hardcore and other garbage, I guess. Or not really garbage, I mean, it's pretty dang impressive that people can survive 1,000 days in hardcore Minecraft, but I kind of wanted to do something different, and I feel like this is what I'd really enjoy doing the most, really. I know it's like what past me as like a kid enjoyed doing when I was younger. I sound very different in those old videos, not gonna lie, like the really, really old ones. You'd really have trouble, like, believing it's me. Like, we're the same person. Anyways, yeah, that just about wraps up for the world tour, I think. If I feel like it, I'll add on other things to say to this video. But if not, here's the outro, I guess. Alright, so I'm recording this segment because I just realized I forgot to show you the forest that, unfortunately, has sunk under the water. Yeah, this is it right here. As you can see, since the sea level is 65, we got this whole region here that's completely flooded. It's only one block, at least by the land over here. But as you can see, we actually have this very, very shallow area right here. Pretty big too. But yeah, so basically the original terrain, this is all supposed to be forest, but the original terrain goes up all over here, but since the water is here, the grass and the trees don't generate. So yeah, kind of this little landmass underneath the water. You can clearly tell where the river is supposed to be. This is supposed to be an island over here. That's what's left of it, as you can see. Rest in peace. And yeah, so that's kind of what happens, like, if you raise your sea level in your Minecraft world. You'll start losing land. When I was very, very young, I made a world where the sea level was like 200, and then I wondered why I wasn't getting any land. That was on an older version of Minecraft, actually. Not sure which, but it was definitely not this right here. It was definitely before 1.14. But yeah, so, as you can see, we kind of, we have this flooded area. And there are several other flooded areas, too. I've seen a couple swamps. There's a swamp in the thumbnail. I just took the thumbnail screenshot. And that's mostly submerged in the water too. As you can see, holy crap, we got like a whole peninsula here that's submerged as well. But yeah, so if you just raise your sea level a little bit in your world, you'll start losing some land, but you'll gain more water, which means like you can zip across it faster in a boat. Like you won't have all that land in the way. And obviously if you don't have a sea level at all, like you set to 0, you're gonna have like these massive, massive valleys. And when I was a kid, I also made a world with no sea level. So yeah, then I wondered why I couldn't find any water, and why there were all these valleys everywhere. I had no idea I was actually living in what was supposed to be an ocean if I hadn't set the sea level to 0. Actually, I think that was with an old preset. So I think the sea level was like 30 or 32. But anyways, yeah, there definitely wasn't any water anywhere. So yeah, that was a good world. I remember it. I called it Default World 1, but I misspelled it. So it was actually called Default World 1. It was so freaking hilarious. But anyways, yeah, now I think this video is truly over. I'll give you a proper goodbye at the old outpost over here. Anyways, I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit long, at least compared to my original update videos that were like a minute long. I watched one of them before making this video. And yeah, I found it quite hilarious how I literally just said one thing and then just literally ended the video. It was like a meme almost. But yeah, so here's a video that's much, much longer than those. And hope you enjoyed it again. I know I definitely enjoyed showing off some of the stuff here, and I cannot wait to see what is yet to come for this world. Probably going to be working on this area a whole lot, too. We're probably going to knock down all these trees, and probably set up like a port at that sunken area. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Made expand in the mountains over there, but that's easier said than done, because they're mountains. Made the mountains higher, much higher, in fact. I changed the data pack just recently, a couple days ago. It does cause a little bit of lag sometimes, but yeah, they're not gonna be high like these mountains. They're gonna be like super duper high, like we're talking way the heck up there, covered in snow. Sort of like an amplified world almost, but yeah, enough of me rambling. Love you all a lot. See you later.